Welcome to Little Workroom Crafts. My name is Davina and I live in the southeast coast of the UK. Today is Monday the 4th of July, so happy Independence Day to everybody over in the USA. 2022. And this is episode number 115. Anything that I mentioned today is going to be down in the description box, and anything and anywhere you can find me. Anywhere you can find me will be down in the description box as well. And a big welcome to everybody. Wow, as you can see, I am going to apologise for the state of me today, but my hairdresser is coming round at 1:30 this afternoon, so I don't bother doing anything with my hair. There's no point. She's going to cut it anyway. Unfortunately, bless her, she ain't been well, so I am a couple of weeks behind on my appointment, so it's a bit longer than it normally is. But as Glenn said this morning, but it ain't as long as it used to be. So very true. He should have gone fishing this morning. I should have taken him fishing this morning, but when we got up, it's just so hot and humid, and there's real thunderstorm warnings on the east coast today. So he's going tomorrow because he's booked today, tomorrow and Wednesday off. So he's going tomorrow, then overnight, and then I pick him up Wednesday. So he's downstairs at the moment watching the telly. Now, little Elmo was over there in the corner, but as you would have seen, there's a lot of photographs obviously of him at the beginning, like there always is. But he's tucked up there in a little ball, sound asleep with Mum in her room. Yeah, but I can see a little ear. Wow, it's been a busy week. It really has been a busy week. So the weather has just been so hot. I know every year this time of year I moan, don't I, about this heat, but oh, I just can't bear it. It really does get on my nerves. Oh, so say no more about that. So it's been busy. I've been up here sewing. Let's think. I've been obviously spinning because it's the Tour de Fleece at the moment. I have so I'm spinning. I know I spin most days anyway, but I am actually spinning as much as I can. So yeah, you know, but on every day while the tour is going on. And let's have a look. What else has happened this week? Not a lot really, to be honest. As I say, it's just been too hot. But there you go. But anyway, right. Today we actually have some knitting. We do have some crochet. Exciting crochet. And I am going to put up some pictures because I've left my bobbins downstairs. But I am going to put up some pictures of what I've done so far for the Tour de Fleece. Okay, and also we have two lovely what have you been up to's. And I have a naughty, but there we go. Oh, he's got up now. Hello, Elmy. You come to say hello? Yeah, you're going to come and wreck the place like he normally does. Oh my gosh, I've got to put this up. Last week, if you remember, he was up here and he took my little rubber, didn't he? That I sheep rubber that I brought from the charity shop a few years ago. And he kind of wrecked the room, my shelves. And then when I finished up here and went downstairs, he was like this on my armchair. Talk about sprawled out, eh? Gosh, he was just, oh. And trying to get him up. Here he is. Elbow. So yeah, he was just sprawled out, he was. Oh, dear me. Let's move this. Oh, see, look, here he goes. What you doing? What are you doing? Huh? Too hot in it. He don't do this weather either. That's really weird for a cat. Anyway, we'll let him carry on wrecking my little workroom, shall we? And let's start into things. Right then, so first up is the knitting. Now, I have been plodding along. Actually, I have plodding along. I have been happily knitting on these socks. And I am loving them. I did carry on with the... I didn't unpick, I should say, the bit that I'd done, that I said I was going to. I thought that... Elmo, what you done? What was that? Oh, that sounded breakable. That did. Oh dear. Anyway, so I didn't unpick the Nitpick Felici, and as somebody, thank you so much. I didn't realise this on the actual bottom here, because it's the first one of these I've ever had. That is the name of the colour, which is Stone Harbour. There we go. I love this yarn. Oh, I just wish it was available, like really easily available over here in the UK. I really do, because I just love it. I love knitting with it. I love the fabric it makes. Oh, it's just lovely. The only thing is, I have never knitted a pair of socks with 250-gram balls before. Elmo, what you got? Elmo? Oh, go on. This week, it's my wooden pencil sharpener, my sheep one. You little devil. Go on. Anyway, right. So, what I have done is, I've got to a stage, because I thought, well, I don't know. I know I've got my scales, and I did do a little bit of weighing and all this lot, but I didn't, with it being self-striping, I didn't want to end up with, you know, like, not the right stripes and all things like that. So what I've done is I've done the heel. I'll show you what I've done. So I've done obviously the cuff in my contrast, then I've done that in the Felici, then the heel in my contrast, then that in part of the foot in the Felici, then I'm going to do this part of the foot in the contrast. So it's kind of going to be half and half, you see, and then the toe will also be in this contrast. And as you know, there we are. The only thing is I got that a couple of rows more than that. I think it's, let's have a look. So there's 2 on there, 3 on there. So it's 1 row more. Otherwise, it is pretty spot on, actually. So, actually, that one, oh, it would do, wouldn't it? Of course it would. Because they're side by side, not. Yeah, that's better. I was going to say that looked a lot shorter, but it ain't. No, that is right. So it should be. Right then, so yeah, so that's them. So I am loving this. I am absolutely loving these. So both yarns, as you know, were gifted to me by the lovely Kelly from Lay Family Yarns. This one is a Regier silk, which I thought just went so well. And oh my gosh, I'm just loving them. So I'll have these finished probably in the next couple of days, because in the evening, where it's like, you know, nice stuffy in the evenings, isn't it? I've just been knitting around because it's easier having these on you know, they're not laying on the lap. So yeah, I will have these done hopefully tonight or tomorrow. So I'm just loving them. Then, because I've already got another project on the go for another pair of socks, which I'll talk about in a bit. So that's the knitting. So next we have the crochet. Now, as you know, where is it? Here it is. I haven't been able to bring it all up because it has got rather large. But I have finished all the elements now of the Flower Power cardigan by the Sabido, and its Adventures in Crafting. Oh, wow, wow, wow. I have taken a photograph. There we go. That was me playing around with the layout. So now I can use this as a guide. And then I have done, there's 3/4, halves. Hang on, where is it? Oh, no, that's that piece. So I'll need the piece which tells me which is what. There's halves, 3/4. Actually, it was that. There we go. Right, I've done all the holes. There's halves, 3/4 and the triangles been done. I've done the layout, so all I have to do now is start basically crocheting them together. But as I say, it was easier doing the little bits because it wasn't on my lap basically in the weather. But yeah, but I will be doing, you know, hopefully start getting that put together very soon. So at least I can start to show you some bits. But that is definitely how it's going to be laid out. I'm so excited. Then after that, it's just basically the rib, at the bottom, the cuffs and the band. I am thinking of yet again doing, because I think it's a v-neck. I keep getting this out and putting it away, don't I? Here we go. It is a v-neck actually, so I think I will do it like this with 3 buttons, and I'll see if I can get some pretty little buttons that will match it, either little flower ones or even just plain green. I think will go really well. So yeah, I am well excited about that. Also, when it comes to the crochet, I have a new cast on. I haven't done a lot because I've been doing my socks, but I do have a new cast on. As you know, on the 1st of July, which was Friday, looking at me calendar, oh dear, which was Friday, was the beginning of Across the Pond Shawl Cow, which is held by Little Monkeys and Me, which is over the pond, and Ruth Love to Knits, which is this side of the pond. And it's a shawl cow, and it's up until September, and you can knit, you can crochet, but you know, it's shawls. And you can, if you go over to both of their channels, because they're both YouTubers, they actually have had a special a podcast episode on the rules and regulations, you know, but you know, we call them rules, but you know. But this is their logo. They do have a hashtag, and they'll explain, because there's one of them that does the chat and one of them that does the entries, but I can't remember which one do what, to be honest. But yeah, so this is their logo. They're both on Instagram, so they're both on YouTube. So if you hop over, last year I didn't actually enter, but this year I've hopped on board because, my gosh, I managed to get hold of one of these, and I've never used one of these before. This is the Sirdar colour wheel, and in this it's actually got, because it's a wool mix, yeah, 80% acrylic, 20% wool. It's 150 grams and there's 520 meters in there, and this one is shade 206. Now I picked this up, this was one in the sale on an online place for £3 something, I think it was. But I say I've never knitted with one of these, so it's well exciting. But this is going to be a Christmas present. Now originally I was just going to do, I was going to do another virus shawl, and I thought, I've done so many of those, I just really would like to do something a bit different. I was scanning on Ravelry, as you do. And I know this is a paid for, and I know I said I weren't going to, but I did. But I couldn't resist this. Oh my gosh. This is called the Virus Twist Shawl, right? Now it was, so there's the virus part, but look at the granny clusters. That was what drew me to it, was the granny clusters. Now the actual pattern is actually all in US terms, so obviously we have to just translate them over to our terms. It is also done in worsted weight, and I'm doing it in DK. It just means it comes up a bit smaller, which is fine, because obviously in a worsted weight it's going to be really big and chunky, which is worsted as our Aran, isn't it, I think. So I've just done it in DK with a normal 4mm hook. That's exactly what I did with the virus shawls, and they turned out absolutely fine. Now, the only thing is, it's got here 400 grams of worsted weight, where obviously I've only got 150 grams, but mine is a double knit, so I've got more to the mileage anyway on mine. But I thought to myself, because I'm going to end in this dark grey and I've got a cream in there, all I'll do is edge it if I have to. If I can get as far as perhaps here or here, and if I look like I'm going to do it, I'll just carry on. But if not, I'll just do an edge, the edging with a cream to finish it off. That will be absolutely fine, absolutely fine. So yeah, I'll show you. I say I've only done a little bit, but oh, there it is. At the moment it just looks like the virus shawl. I just can't wait to get to the clusters. So I have actually got to here. So I've got 2 more rows of this bit to do. Then I get to the granny clusters, because that's what drew me, was this granny clusters. Right then, so as I say, it is called the Virus Twist Shawl, and it's by Annah Haakt, Haakt. There we go. But it's well written. Look, it's actually done a row at a time, which is absolutely brilliant. And I'm trying to think how many, there's actually 48 rows to it, so that's absolutely fine. So yeah, I did. It wasn't expensive either, if I remember rightly. It was an expensive pattern, but as I say, it was on Ravelry. I don't know if it's on any other platforms. It might be, because I know some people have a bit of an issue with Ravelry, but if you perhaps Google it, you might find it on different platforms. But it's absolutely brilliant. I am loving it, absolutely loving it. So I would like to get my socks off the needles and then carry on with this for a bit, and also I would like to start putting my hexagons together. I have also done a little piece of cross stitch. I've started on the bottom of the words and put the little houses on, but there's nothing much really to show you on that one. So yes, I have, that's it really. But as I say, but I've done a lot of crochet, in the fact that I finished off all the cardigan pieces, but obviously I couldn't bring them all up because there's piles and piles of bits at the moment. So I'm hoping I can get where I can show you something next week with that put together, because I am looking forward to that. And this shawl, oh, I'm just loving. But as I say, in the evening, I'm just putting on a DVD. Yeah, last night was The Good Life, because I've got those on DVDs and I'm on series 3 again. Because I've watched me Farmer Brown a few times now. Oh dear. And also Glennie got me, was it last year or the year before? No, it was last year for Christmas. He got me the box set of the Carry On movies, so I've been watching them again. But I just love them. You can't beat the oldies, can you? Can't beat them at all. Anyway, right, now we go on to the spinning. Now, as you know, the Tour de Fleece started over at the weekend, and you know how much I love my spinning. So here is the pictures of day 1 and 2. I am carrying on with spinning the fibre for the tank top, which eventually will get on the hook, but I want to get all the yarn done first. And oh, I'm just enjoying it. I really am enjoying it. So I'm getting out the old wheel and just sitting there plodding along as you do. But I'm hoping next week perhaps to see if I will take my camera and my tripod down to see if I can get a recording of me doing a little bit of spinning. So, you know, we'll see, because I'm still very nervous about that, because I haven't actually, you know, I only got my wheel in December from my lovely friend Jeannie. Hi. So yeah, you know, I'm still getting there, but it's definitely looking a lot better than it was when I first started. So it makes me laugh with the Ashford traditional, where it says, oh gosh, what have I done? Where it says the traditionals are really made for making thin yarn. We'll try and tell your wheel a beginner, you know what I mean? The wheel needs to go, you have to be thin, not thick. Because yeah, when I first started, it was like, you know, extra chunky. But I'm getting there. I see progress, and that's the main thing, is seeing progress. Okay then, right. Oh, just before I go on to what have you been up to, if you remember last year, I did a charity in November. Well, actually it was in September, October, ready for November. I did a charity update in my Etsy shop, and for the Legion, the Royal Legion, with the poppy bags. Well, that time last year, I wasn't actually shipping international. I was only shipping in the UK, and I had a lot of people asking, you know, when are you going to do it, blah blah blah. Well, anyway, obviously, as you all know, I'm doing it this year. I'm going to be doing the same. Okay, so a percentage of all the sales are going to be going, I'll be donating to the Royal Legion. I have already managed to source the fabric. We've got some poppy fabric, but obviously some different poppy fabric this year. And talk about exciting, I managed to get, I find these places. I managed to find somewhere that was actually selling a poppy jersey, so I can make some yarn cozies as well. So, oh my gosh, yeah, that's pretty fabrics. So I will obviously let you know nearer the time what and when and how and everything else when they will all be updated into the shop. But definitely there will be another charity, I don't know what you call it really, event in the Etsy shop this year. So basically it's I will make everything out of the poppy fabric, and for the sales. Now, I'm sure I did 25% last year, 20 or 25%. I'll have to look back, and it'll be the same percentage, and I will donate that from the sales of the poppy bags and yarn cozies and so on. And because there will be project bags for knitting, there'll be the cross stitch, you know, there'll be something of everything that I always have in the shop, the DPN cozies and so on. So yeah, so it'll be something to look forward to. But obviously Poppy Day is in November, so I will be getting them in the shop for September, and then there'll be time for them all to be shipped out and ready to go. So I just thought I'd let you know that it will definitely be happening again this year. Right then, okay, so now let's go into and what have you been up to? I got giggles because of something that Sarah said to me last night in a message. Right then, okay. First of all, now we've never had this before, so this is really lovely to have a, you know, a different craft as well. Now this is from the lovely Sue. Hi Sue, and look at this. It is actually an embroidered card. What I will try and do is I'll put the picture up of it in the hole, and then I'll see if I can scan it closer so you can see the embroidered part as well a bit closer. Now it is actually a kit from Add Some Sparkle, and the border is all embroidered as you can see, and the center is decoupaged. It is absolutely beautiful. Sue, that is, what a lovely card. It's really, you could frame that as a picture. It really is a beautiful card. So it's lovely that, you know, we've got some paper craft with embroidery. I didn't know that they were things that were mixed together. So Sue, absolutely lovely. Brilliant. Well done. Absolutely brilliant. Also, last night, my lovely friend Sarah, hi Sarah, messaged me with pictures of her finished crochet blanket. Wow. So we've got a bit of everything this week, haven't we? We've got decoupage. That's a bit of a big word for me, isn't it? Decoupage. With embroidery and and crochet as well. This is a 12-pointed crochet star blanket, and yeah, looks like I've got you hooked, doesn't it, mate? She has made this in the Home Bargains yarn. The colour choice is amazing, absolutely brilliant. And as she said to me in the message last night, she loves this yarn just like I do, and a lot of others that we've all got hooked on this yarn. I'll have to go down soon to see if, because I ain't been down there for a couple of weeks, to see if they've got any like another season's colourway. Yeah, so I'll have to get some photographs when I go down there. Anyway, so this actually is a baby blanket, and it's one of those that Sarah always goes to. It's, you know, she's made so many of them now that she just goes to this as soon as she knows that someone's having a baby. Basically, this is the blanket that she always makes, and it's amazing, absolutely brilliant. Well done, Sarah. Absolutely brilliant. So, right. Now, right at the end, as I said to you last week that I had ordered the new sock book from, you know, Christine Perry's Designs, and with, you know, through West Yorkshire Spinners, because she's done a colour range of yarn. I think there's a picture here actually. Yeah, they're the new ones. the new colours that Christine has chosen. Well, anyway, the book came after I'd finished uploading. It's always the way, isn't it? And I love it, absolutely love it. So as soon as I get these ones off the needles, I'm going to cast on a pair of these. Now, it's actually called Happy Feet. And I love it that you've got the ring binding. And it's, let me see if there's a picture. Yeah, there's 4 patterns in the book. So that's the same pattern. So is that. So these ones are the what's it called? Hang on. Oh, come on. What's it called? Mosaic. There we are, look. Mosaic knitting. So you get 2 mosaic and you get 2 colour work. Now, let's have a look. This is... this picture, I don't think it does it very much. The colours don't do very much injustice. But that's the second pattern. And then we have the colour work. Now, this one I think is lovely, absolutely lovely. But the one that really caught my eye was this one. Oh, actually, I'm going to, no, I will show you that. I just think that is so nice. But anyway, I have, someone has gifted me some yarn, which is in the post. So, I'm going to use that as my main colour. And I have a purple that I know that came with my birthday package from Ruth Love to Knits, and I'm going to put those 2 together, and I am going to be making, now I'm thinking of doing maize, which is called maize, which is that one first, because I think that will look really, really smart. But as I say, it's an absolutely brilliant book, but we'll actually start knitting it up. But yeah, I absolutely love the book, really, really love the book. So, and I say, West Yorkshire Spinners. I do know that Angela from Yarn and Yarns, I know that she's got it in her online shop. So, yeah, it's really, really worth getting. I would definitely recommend that. Okay, then. So, hopefully next week, because I'm hoping to get these off the needles tonight. And then as soon as my yarn come, I will start those. So hopefully I'll have something to show you next week. Hopefully. You never know. So yeah, I'm hoping so. It reminds me I've got to get a project bag from somewhere up here, because I know I've got some for my shawl. And I think I will find something that can go in. And then I will, you know, when I start putting my crochet cardigan together, obviously those 2 bags down there, well, actually I could put that in one anyway. Right, I'm blabbering now, ain't I? So yeah, I'm hoping to be able to show you some of that next week, which will be really, really good. Fingers crossed, and I keep saying fingers crossed. I'm hoping to see my Rebecca this week. We will see. Oh, mind you, every time I mention it, it never happens, does it? So I might cut this bit out. Something always out, some crops up. But anyway, right then. So I am going to love you and leave you all. And this is me for this week. If I do happen to get out and about in the week, like say tomorrow I'm going to be taking Glen fishing, so I'm going to get some pictures of there. So if I do manage to get out and about this week, I will definitely be... I will get as much footage as I can. I might even be able to put up an extra video. You never know. We'll see what happens. Okay then, right. So I am going to love you and leave you all. So as always, please take care, stay safe, happy crafting, and I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.